We're going to be starting a few minutes late. They're having some technical difficulties with the recording equipment. We're good? Okay. Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of Bedford City Council. If you would please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Cochi?
Here.
Spinks? Here. Salvi?
Here.
Fluharty?
Here.
Smith?
Here.
Longino?
Here. It's with great sadness to to announce the sudden passing of Councilman Jeff Asbury. The community has lost a dedicated public servant, a thoughtful colleague, and an advocate for the residents of our city. Throughout Jeff's years of service as a community volunteer, auxiliary police officer, and member of City Council, he worked tirelessly to improve the lives of residents and to ensure that every voice in our city was heard. Jeff approached every challenge with professionalism, integrity, compassion, and unwavering commitment to the public good. We extend our heartfelt condolences to his family, friends, and all who had the privilege of knowing Jeff and working alongside him. We are forever grateful for his commitment to public service and the lasting impact he leaves on our community. We honor his memory by continuing the work to which he was devoted. Can we have a moment of silence, please? Thank you. And I know Jeff would just say, let's get on with business, so that's what we will do. Council, you have the minutes of the work session of November 3rd, 2025. Any corrections to that? Seeing none, could I have a motion for acceptance by Smith, second by Longino? Call the roll, please.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
And you have the minutes of the regular meeting of November 3rd, 2025. Any corrections to those? Seeing none, can I have a motion for acceptance by Spinks, second by Salvi? Call the roll, please.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
And you have the minutes of the budget hearing meeting of November 10th, 2025. Any corrections to those? Seeing none, motion for acceptance by Smith, second by Longino. Call the roll, please.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
Under unfinished business, ordinance number 72-25.
It's an ordinance amending chapter 1343 entitled Stormwater Management and Site Development of the Codified Ordinances of the City and declaring an emergency.
And we've had 2 readings already. This will be our 3rd. Can I have a motion for suspension by Fluharty, second by Spinks? Call the roll, please.
Cochee,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
A motion for 3rd and final by Longino, second by Smith. Mike?
I'll just give a brief overview of these 3, A, B, and C. Each of these pieces of legislation have been in place for many years. We are merely amending the existing language of the legislation to comply with Ohio EPA standards and to ensure that the city's stormwater permit application that we have to apply for with Ohio EPA is compliant to those standards.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Cochee,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
Ordinance number 73-25.
Is an ordinance amending chapter 1345 entitled Stormwater Pollution Prevention, Stormwater Pollution Prevention Plan and Site Development of the Codified Ordinances of the City and declaring an emergency.
Like the other one, we had 2 readings. This will be our 3rd. I have a motion for suspension by Longino, second by Smith. Call the roll, please.
Cochee,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
Motion for 3rd and final by Spinks, second by Fluharty. Mike? Same.
Same explanation as previously. These are 3 ordinances, all centered around our stormwater.
Right. Call the roll, please.
Cochee,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
Ordinance number 74-25.
Amending chapter 1347 entitled Illicit Discharge and Illegal Connection Control and declaring an emergency.
Motion for suspension by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll, please.
Cochee,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
Motion for 3rd and final by Smith, second by Longino. Same explanation. Call the roll, please.
Cochee,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
Ordinance number 80-25.
Is an ordinance to make appropriations for current expenses and expenditures of the city of Bedford during the year 2026 and declaring an emergency.
We had our first reading last meeting. It's our wish to put it on 2nd reading. Can I have a motion for such by Fluharty, second by Spinks? Call the roll, please.
Cochee,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
Well, we can.
We are going to dispense with reports tonight. Go right to new business.
Out of respect for councilmen, but anyway, yes, so our first item of new business is, we're seeking, we have to make a motion to accept the planning commission's decision approving Jesse Mashak, I'm sorry if I say that wrong, Mashak, of Kaz and Companies to build a prefabricated modular structure at 132 Greencroft in the city, and the planning commission approved that, and I guess the gentleman's here if anybody has any questions. If not, can we get a motion to that effect?
One question, did you do these in Maple Heights?
Did not.
Are you familiar with the ones they did?
Vaguely.
Similar to that type of thing?
I can't speak that in depth to it. I've just seen pictures of them.
They're mostly prefab?
Yeah, my understanding is they are modulars. I've not seen them. I just kind of read about it and saw a brief picture.
Oh, they look good when they're done.
Yeah, I've brought some renderings and a floor plan if anybody'd like to see them.
Yeah. Maybe after, if you can hang around for a bit.
Can we get a motion to that effect to approve that planning commission's
Motion by
decision?
Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll, please.
Coche,
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
And then we have another motion to approve a second modular home located at 158 Flora Drive. And can we get a motion to that effect?
Motion by Longino, second by Smith. Same thing. Call the roll, please.
Coche,
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
The next motion, I believe, you have the owner or representative who would like to speak.
Maybe I'll read the motion first and then let her speak. So the planning commission denied the motion of Stephen Zetzer, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, Zetzer, to open a short-term rental at 345 Turney Road in Bedford, Ohio, due to the inconvenience it would cause the neighbors, the proximity to the schools, and lack of a security plan, and no detailed vetting plan of who would be renting the property. Having said that, would you like to say anything in response to that?
Yes, hi. My name is Angela Ugrin, and I'm here on behalf of and at the request of Stephen Zetzer, the permit applicant. I also called the city today and spoke with the mayor and asked if I could make these public comments before the vote actually takes place, because I really think that this body needs to kind of hear what happened in order to make an informed vote. Well, regardless, so thank you for your time. I only need about 4 minutes of it. So I'm also the person who put in a public records request regarding permit applications, approvals, and denials under Ordinance 1967 that was just passed into law in 2023. I looked at Airbnb today, and it looks like there's probably maybe about 50 short-term rentals available, and I'm sure there's more, so I know it might take a couple of weeks to get this information together, and that's okay. Anyhow, Chapter 1967 of Bedford Codified Ordinances states, a conditional use permit shall be required in order to operate a bed and breakfast in Airbnb. Said permit shall be effective for 1 year at the cost of $150. Chapter 1967 further explains that the application should be submitted to the Planning Commission. Mr. Zetzer is the exact kind of short-term landlord you want in this city. He is trying to follow Bedford laws, but while in the process of trying, his application was handled in a manner that is entirely inconsistent with this law. First, upon initial inquiry, Mr. Zetzer was instructed to apply for a certificate of occupancy for a $25 fee. That's not the process or the fee that's described by this ordinance. Then he was informed by an email that the certificate of occupancy was rejected, that short-term rentals require application and approval from the Planning Commission, and that he needed to attend the meeting. So this part does make sense. So Mr. Zetzer did, again, what he was instructed and appeared before the Planning Commission on November 5th and was assessed an additional fee of $75, which is, again, contrary to the ordinance. Well before the commission, Mr. Zetzer was asked a series of irrelevant questions that had nothing to do with the ordinance. Among other things, he was asked how he planned to vet applicants and how he planned to find short-term tenants. None of this is in the ordinance. And upon conclusion of this questionable line of inquiry, the commission voted against the permit. No reason for the denial was provided verbally, nor was Mr. Zetzer provided a reason in writing subsequent to the meeting. And the first words I have heard any reason whatsoever today was something that I heard here. So, and the charter outlines an appeals process for this, and I guess that was just skipped too. So by my count, that's 5 questionable actions directed at Mr. Zetzer. And there is no language in this ordinance that empowers the planning commission to do anything other than approve the permit, take the money, and regulate the process. Chapter 1967 does detail how permits can be revoked for noncompliance, but that's after the permit is issued. So Bedford Planning Commission acted in error and outside the scope of their authority under Chapter 1967. Mr. Zetzer is entitled to quiet enjoyment of his primary residence, and pursuant to this, simply wants to offer it up as a short-term rental and earn some income, as is his right to do so, and this ordinance affirms. So Mr. Zetzer has already experienced financial harm in terms of unauthorized fees and lost income. But really, we just want council to clean up the mess and reject the planning commission's recommendation to deny the permit today, so Mr. Zetzer can get his permit and we can be done with this today. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so if you have, the motion again was to approve the, oh, go ahead, yes.
Does anybody have any questions?
Any question? Oh, go ahead.
I got one. How close is this property to the school?
Well, I'm not sure how close the property is to the school, but I'm not entirely sure if that matters, as that's not covered in the ordinance either. But Mr. Zetzer is, he is cognizant of this. He wants to be a conscientious citizen and is of course going to pay attention to this. I don't know, how far is it? I don't know.
It's
Couple
about
of
my
miles.
lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, and the planning commission does have authority to ask questions,
Sure.
because they're acting on our behalf.
Mm-hmm.
So they did appropriately ask questions.
Well, there's a lot of other stuff they didn't do appropriately
And there is an appeal process
that we were not informed of.
that after whether it's denied or accepted, then it applies to this body.
Well, I would ask that I will restate, I'm here to ask that you please reject the planning commission's approval and introduce a new motion to accept the permit application so we don't have to continue on with this.
I have a question too, actually, our law director. So she's made several allegations that the planning commission did not follow the law. Is it your opinion the planning commission did follow the law?
Mr. Mayor, well, I mean, it is a conditional use, so it's not granted automatically. They have the right to deny it or grant it with conditions of, that they feel are appropriate under the situation. But so their reasoning again was that, well, from what I gathered, was inconvenience to the neighbors, proximity to the school, lack of a security plan, no additional vetting process. So I mean that's I don't know exactly why they denied it, but they felt that those were serious enough concerns that warrant a denial. But again, you have the power to not accept their decision, and if you don't accept it, it will be deemed granted. So the final call rests with you whether you feel it's appropriate or not. And then there's other steps you can go through after that.
Mayor, I got a question. I'd just like to make this statement because you talked about that the planning commission does not have What's wrong?
Should I stay here? I don't know.
Please stay there.
I thought,
Okay, I'm sorry.
You had stated that, well, the plan, I don't know the exact thing to say about, as far as what the planning commission did, okay, but as a council, my concern is this, they talk about vetting. We don't want pedophiles to be in close proximity to our schools. That's what I'm concerned about. I live in the neighborhood, I live right in that neighborhood. So I don't want pedophiles in there. You have to vet these people. You can't just let anybody come and rent these places.
Have you ever listed a home on Airbnb?
No, but I visit them.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
do.
their policy does not allow convicted sex offenders to use their service.
How do they?
That is Airbnb's process. They have a background check. I don't work for Airbnb, so I do not know.
Well, I'm not aware of that because I use Airbnbs all the time and
Mhm.
they haven't did no background checks on me.
Mhm.
I know who I am, but still, when you say that, Airbnb actually does a background check.
For hosts, they do engage in that. The host, when you list something with Airbnb, the host has the option to take an immediate booking, or, and it can just fill automatically, or the host can actually exercise his right to engage in other vetting. If somebody made that choice to not further vet you, that's great. But, certainly it is within Mr. Zetzer's ability to continue to vet people who come.
And I think that's what the question was too. If I'm not misunderstanding it, I think they might have asked him, how was he going to vet? What was he going to vet? And there was no answer.
That's not the case at all. I'm pretty sure explained it like this before.
Can I make a statement? I would answer that. That actually was the case. I posed that question during the planning commission. I had asked, what are the steps going to be taken to vet guests? And the answer was simply, we're going to use the Airbnb. People go and sign up through Airbnb. There was no additional
No.
explanation of
Okay.
it. So
Well, I hope I've
I
provided
did-
enough additional explanation today.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that,
Okay,
just
all
because
right.
it's on the record and you said that wasn't asked, but it was, I had asked that. As far as the planning commission, the mayor was accurate. The planning commission takes the recommendation. Those steps were taken. As far as applications to the planning commission, those fees are detailed in the building department's fee structure, so anybody that applies. This owner, you're not the owner, correct? You're only speaking for, you're the owner, right,
Yes.
sir? Yeah, so there's an application for any project. If it's building a new CVS, or building a garage, or registering an Airbnb, any applicant that goes in front of the planning commission has to pay that application fee. So that wasn't something that was just targeted to the property owner. That is a set fee for any applicant. Mayor was accurate, you wouldn't have received any type of appeal at that point because the planning commission is merely a recommendation. That recommendation comes to city council. Ultimately, once their decision, if it's something that you're not satisfied with, then you have the right to appeal to the Board of Zoning and Appeals. So the planning commission did not falsely charge you. The planning commission did not fail to notify you of your options. All those things would have taken place after the fact. I just wanted to clear that up.
Okay. Well, the ordinance states that the charge for the permit is $150, and Mr. Zetzer was assessed two fees. One for $25 for certificate of occupancy, and another one for $75 that we don't know exactly. I'm not entirely sure what that one's for, but those two amounts together are decidedly not $150 for the ordinance.
Yeah, I could see the occupancy for, should have been after the fact.
Did you pay that?
You didn't have to pay it.
I think you
I did
paid.
I paid the 25 initially, which was rejected, and then I paid the 75.
I
think that 75 was to go before the
That's,
planning.
that's the planning commission fee.
Yeah.
Is that part of the 150?
No, there's a fee to go in front of the planning commission. That fee's in place, planning commission, and to be frank, that was modified a number of years ago. It is less than what the average is for communities. Some communities charge a couple $100s. I would say that we reviewed that. Those fees are in place because we would often get applications. And then the applicant doesn't show up. And you have board members that are paid per the meeting. So there were many cases where the city is paying board members on the planning commission for individuals that didn't show up to the meetings. So we reviewed that. Obviously, those fees were adjusted maybe, I don't know, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. It is still below what our neighboring communities charge just to go in front of the planning commission. So that is a set rate. If you would ultimately get approved, and the cost is $150, you would pay $125, the remaining balance.
That, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, thank you.
And he will pay all the fees as they are appropriate, but,
And abide by the rules, of course.
and abide by the rules. And he's entitled to use his property in an appropriate way that's allowable under this ordinance and the laws of Ohio.
No.
Because it's a positive outcome, you still have to go through the building department, fire department, and all that stuff.
And
The
He's
fees
not
are a
really
minor
there.
issue, guys. I guess the question is why don't we take the motion and see if it's approved or not, or modified by, if anybody would like to modify it. But, so you heard the motion previously, can we get a motion to that effect?
I have a motion on the planning commission's decision to deny. So if you agree with the planning commission to deny, it's a yes. If you don't agree with their decision to deny, it's a no. So we're voting on the decision.
Yes, sir.
Need a motion by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll.
Cochi,
Yes.
Spinks,
No.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
No.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
No.
Okay. 3-3, it's a tie. Interesting. Yes, I will. I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure if that's considered an approval or not. It's an unusual thing to happen. I'll let you know next. That's probably tomorrow.
Oh,
That's right.
I'll contact your office in the morning.
Yeah, please.
Oh, yes.
Or later afternoon.
And there is an appeal process too.
If it's pending, yeah.
Yes. Ordinance number 84-25.
It's an ordinance authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Simplex IT to purchase a new server for City Hall and declaring an emergency.
A motion for suspension by Longino, second by Smith. Call the roll, please.
Cochi,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
Motion for third and final, Fluharty, second by Spinks. Mike? Jen, who was it?
Thank you, Mayor. This is just to replace the City Hall servers, houses much of the city's data. It's over 10 years old. Need to get this updated so that we can continue to support all of our software and programs.
It's kind of important.
Yes, please.
Call the roll, please.
Cochi,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
Now we come to hearing of citizens. If you wish to speak, please come forward, state your name, your address, your comment. And we would ask, in light of what's happened, to restrict your comments to the current agenda.
Yes, please. Anyone at all?
A motion for adjournment by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll, please.
Cochee,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Longino.
Yes.
Thank you all.